What's good, superstars? Back with another Veve video. Late one today. Got to keep the voices low. We got Superstar Rob in the house.
Hello, hello.
I got it wrong. Man,
Did you get it this time?
I
Got it
never
right
get
this
it. I
time?
keep changing what side I'm on. So it's like,
We keep flipping back and forth.
it's okay, though. One of these days, we're going to get it right on the first try, and we're all going to be rich.
Yeah, yeah.
But anyways, we said we're going to bring a video, even though it's late. Hopefully, you guys are okay with that. Hopefully, you're not waking up the fan. But we have to talk about the drop today. This was today's drop, basically part 3 of Kraven's Last Hunt. There's your common cover. There's your uncommon, rare. This one's pretty cool, ultra rare with the venom in the back, and secret rare. Only one in the set that doesn't have the white background.
Yeah.
How'd you do?
Didn't get it yet again.
I didn't even get a chance to go for it. I got caught up. I looked at my phone. It was 11:03. I was cheesed.
Yeah, that always happens. I know.
Cheesed. I tried to go for it in the aftermarket kind of thing, and no dice, not in my price range. I've kind of set a limit on how much I'm willing to spend in terms of MCP points. That's my new currency.
Yeah.
So we did not get to that point. I, of course, was going for the rare.
Nothing under 100.
It's just like I'm trying to get it for like $60 or less, and it's teasing me. I seen it as low as 70. I'm like, should I do it? I'm like, no, we got to stick to the guns. 60 or less.
Yeah.
And that's what I want. Even if I get even 65 or less. But I saw 70-ish. That's the lowest I saw today. Close. But
I actually tried for a 28-minute rebound. God, that's just a pure sign of desperation, but still didn't get it.
You had the buy now button showing?
Yeah, I had it. Yeah. I waited. I'm like, I didn't even try this.
I didn't even load it, so I didn't have the buy now button ever.
Yeah.
But I noticed on Veve Vault's channel, he got like a 16-minute. So that's the latest that I've seen live.
Wow.
I got an 8. That's the latest I've ever gotten, but he got a 16. I don't even think he could believe it. Yeah. But it was pretty cool. Yeah, but no, it's been cool. Like I mentioned earlier, bought some Omi today. Pretty cool day. Bought a little bit yesterday as a test run and topped up today.
I think it was a really wise decision what you're doing with buying Omi, and I think I'm going to jump on board with that soon. We're going to have to make a video on that.
We'll make a video discussing our reasoning and whatnot. But I was just mentioning earlier that I'm about even now in terms of my portfolio distribution, collectibles versus Omi. I like them each for their own reasons, and we'll get into that. That's another video. Make sure you're subscribed. Yeah. To see that video upcoming very soon.
I can't wait to talk about that one, because if you're bullish on Veve, you're going to be bullish on Omi too.
Yeah. So here you go. This is the drop. We both did not get it. Let us know in the comments if you got it. Curious, how did you do it? Spamming, timing. What was the strategy? What's the best way to do it?
By the way, we actually got a comment, something pretty interesting, where I can't remember who the commenter was, but they mentioned that they actually try to enter right at 4 minutes and the buy now button comes back. So if you leave in, you lose the buy now. If you click it right at 4 minutes, it actually shows up. That doesn't mean you'll be fast enough to click it and actually get a rebound, but it can actually you can actually bring back the buy now button.
I've heard this theory. You bring it back, but I think it's prudent not to click it right away, because you're probably clicking it at 4:01. You're probably, if you get in at 4, wait for 8.
Right.
So you can click it right at 8 before any of these people who lost the button. So maybe that's a way. Yeah. I don't know. I've never tried it for the comics. I've seen it with the collectibles. I've gotten the button back, but then I'm always too anxious and I click it and I never get it on that.
Yeah, you just want to hit it.
Yeah, so it's I think they call it the wait gate or something like that. I don't know what they call it. But anyway, this is tomorrow. I really like this one. I don't know what it is about the ultra rare. It's the Spider-Man being attacked by spiders. It's just pretty cool.
Yeah, how can Spider-Man get attacked by spiders?
I know. So it's funny though. But Venom's not in this cover, but obviously he's in those. Same mints. This is I feel like I'm on repeat here, so you guys can see it. I don't need to go through it, but $6.99 cheap entry if you can get it, and always nice when you do get it. And I feel like now it's even more rare to get one of these drops, so it's it always feels special when you get a drop, but now I think more than ever, because you're pretty much guaranteed making something on them. But we've had a little bit of a pullback this evening, I feel like. Maybe a little earlier in the day it started, but we've had a little bit of a pullback. Not sure how far we'll pull back here, but I'm not selling nothing.
But that's okay.
That's for
I mean,
sure.
it's part of any market. You're gonna have your ups and you're
Yeah.
gonna have your downs, but just with the amount of money coming into the app, it's that long-term trend. But anything, like, it doesn't matter what investment you own, it never follows a linear path. And this is obviously not
Yeah.
financial advice, but you got to commit to the long term with some of these things to really see it come to fruition. You can't get scared off by a 1 day, 2 day, 2 week, 1 month dip, even.
Yeah. People are going to take profits, but those profits right now can't come out. So they're going to go back in. There's nowhere else for them to go, right?
That's right.
Maybe people are anticipating something coming. Who knows?
Yeah.
They want to have the gems for the secondary market right after a drop of a big time collectible. I'm not sure. Could
Maybe they're
be.
preparing for what's the next, because we've
Yeah,
had all these comics. They're speculating we're
exactly.
gonna have collectibles, and yeah, like you were saying.
Maybe. We haven't had a big one in a while, so we're kind of
Yeah.
due. But I think Steamboat Willie was the last big one, right?
Yeah.
It's been a while. But Web of Spider-Man 32, that's the next one tomorrow. So if you guys get it, you're amazing. You're probably better than me and Rob because we've been sucking lately at the comic drops.
Yeah.
But that's not stopping us. I mean, today I kind of got unlucky, didn't get to it, but definitely gonna go for it tomorrow. Gonna make sure at least get to try to go for it tomorrow.
Set the alarm.
All right, so we want to get to some comments that we had. We promised that we would be doing this every so often. So Rob's gonna pull on his screen ecomi wiki. If you're not signed up for this is a great resource. It shows you all historic pricing, and I'm not sure how accurate to the time it is, but it gives you very, very good information. Yeah. So the first question, as you can see on his screen here, is about the Marvel Comics #1, and it's Jorge Daniel Arce or Archie, and he says, why do you select the common Marvel instead of the uncommon? Do you see more potential in a common because now they have the same price? So very good question, and he's referring to our video pick one. You know that I think it was actually yesterday's video. We said pick one comment. Like our thumbnail was just a bunch of Mickey hands pointing at stuff. Some great clickbait. But we were deciding for your friend there which item you would recommend him starting the app with, right? And one of the options that we came up with, actually, I think I was the one who said Marvel Comics 1, if you had a little bit more money.
If you had the budget.
Yeah, if you had the budget, it's a little higher end item. And then the guy was like, oh, why are you picking Marvel Comic 1 common over the uncommon? And as you can see by Rob's screen here, very big difference in terms of number of variants.
Right.
So you want to get into why you think common might have a little bit more value than one of the other ones?
Yeah, first of all, I want to thank whoever made the comment. We love comments because it generates video ideas and they're fun topics to talk about. I love these kind of videos where we can all discuss and debate and come up with a consensus on what we think. So Marvel Comics #1, everyone knows is a grail, but the common is the real life version. And we know that the real life version is the rarest comic book ever. Like, it's a 1939. I think there's only 100 left in the world. So that's the one that the real comic book collectors are going to want when they come in. When they come into this app.
Recognizability.
Super recognizable. Super. But one more thing, like, it is 48,000 mints compared to the uncommon, which is 6,000. So there's a significant difference.
You got to think though, it has to be a lot to do with supply and demand too, right? Like, a lot of people are going to want the original, so they gave a little bit more supply to kind of combat that. That's how I look at it. I don't know.
It makes sense to me. Like, the demand for the common, we think, and we're speculating, is always going to be more than the uncommon, simply because it is the original copy. Now, the secret rare is at like 70 grand here. It says $68,000. There's only 600 copies. Those 600 people could really, really control the market. 48,000 people can't do that. 6,000 people, they might be able to get organized and do that. But I've been saying this for a long time. We know, and we've provided information in our other video, which it's still very early to join Veve. We know millions and millions of more people are projected to come into this app. And when they do, they're going to want to own Marvel Comics #1. So right now, 48,000 people with, let's say, 1.4 million users, maybe that ratio works out to the price that we're at right now. But if we end up at 8 million, 10 million, 15 million, 48,000 is going to be pretty scarce. it's going to be the equivalent, potentially, not necessarily, of maybe, 2,400 or 600 to 1.4 million. It's going to get more and more demand,
dicey.
right?
Yeah.
Same supply. So
no, I agree. I think that answers the question. Why I will go for a common. I think I need to have a common in my collection. I know there's less mints of the uncommon. I just feel like the recognizability, and I think it honestly was done by design that they came out with so many more commons than they did the other variants. When you get down to like 600 mints, it's like Rob said, it's Veve cult like, where people aren't going to let those go, and those prices can get ridiculous. And we've seen it with Secret Rare Spider-Man, where and even Foster Hilt on one of his recent videos has discussed this thing where if you're going to sell it, you need to be at least making back your tax. Yeah. So if you buy it at 60 grand, you got to sell it for 60 grand plus your tax plus profits. So you're not going to list it back for 60 grand. So you're automatically inflated. It's like it's forced inflation is I think the words that he used.
Yeah, or forced price appreciation.
Yeah, exactly.
Which he said he doesn't even know if that's a legit term, but the point is that people are just refusing to sell. You're buying this, you want to make money. You're buying this to make money.
I think with the lower mints, that's the thing. Like the lower mints, you got less people undercutting. It's the scarcity. So there's got to be a point. There's definitely a chart we can make or a graph we can make where there's an inflection. Yeah. So where it becomes better to own scarce over owning common, but the common is the prize possession. Like you put all 5 of these in a room, maybe the secret rare gets some looks, but I think you throw some comic book collectors in there, they're gonna head towards the common. Like if they didn't know how many of each mint. So that
I would still love to have them all.
Yeah,
and that secret rare, I just want to confirm something you talked about the cult. Like for sure, that secret rare has a cult already, because I think it's Veve Rank is the website.
Yeah,
with the comics.
Sleeping Comics is the creator of that.
So they have like email this email if you own a Marvel's Comics #1, because they already started a cult.
Oh yeah, beautiful. So Veve cults are real, guys. Go check out our Veve cult video. We already know that Randy Chavez watches, and he has the Alligator Loki cult going, and we love it. We love the cults. Like, don't get us wrong, we're not against the cults. It's just something that we noticed and we wanted to comment on.
It's just something that we have to be aware of because we're in the space.
Yeah. It's funny that I didn't realize that you had that on the Veve rank.
Yeah, I saw it. I'm like, here's a cult right here.
Yeah. So if anybody wants to send a secret rare Marvel comic so that we can enter the cult and let you know the ends about it, no problems. All right. So we spent a lot of time on that one. Let's get to the next comment.
Yeah, sure.
The next comment was Anthony Guillen, and he commented on our Veve top 10 comics under $100. I don't think any of them are there anymore. We posted this video like 2 weeks ago or a week
long
ago.
Gone.
What do you think of the ultra rare comics Fantastic Four #1 and Amazing Spider-Man #1 compared to the secret rares? The ultra rare is like 1K and the secret rares are almost 20K. Yeah. It seems like the ultra rares are undervalued. What do you think?
So I think our argument for Marvel Comics, it still applies for Fantastic Four and Amazing Spider-Man. However, for this one, I'm a little bit more lenient on the idea of going for that ultra rare if you have the budget to do so. At the end of the day, there's a massive discrepancy between the secret rare and the ultra rare, and there's not really that much of a difference in the mints. Long term, I think you could still do very, very well with the ultra rare, or consider stacking the ultra rare for the same amount of money and own a higher percentage of them.
And what do you think? I think that stack idea is slept on. And I think that I have a lot to say about it. And I keep mentioning that I have a lot to say about it, but I want to put out a video that is like, it has perfect amounts of research. Like I want that video to be perfect. So it's going to take a little bit more time for me to prepare. And I know you have some talking points on that as well. But I agree with you. I think in this type of situation, if I had the funds to afford a secret rare or multiple ultra rares, I'm going multiple ultra rares all day.
Like you can get 15 ultra rares for the price of one secret rare. That's what maybe you're not joining the cult, but with everyone coming onto the app, there's only 2,400 editions. You got 15 of them now.
And there's always a lag, guys. There's always a lag. The secret rare is obviously going to be way more sought after. It's going to pump, but then the gap's going to close a little bit. It might not close the entire way. It might not get to where it's supposed to be. But even if it closes, say it's supposed to be, how many mints are there? There's 1/4 the amount of mints. Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it should be 1/4 the price. If you were to look at like that, maybe a little bit of a premium on the secret rare.
Right.
So if we're at 20 grand for Fantastic Four #1, it should be 5 grand for a Fantastic Four #1 ultra rare.
Yeah.
So even if you put it at 4 grand to price in a premium for the secret rare, we got room to grow here.
I mean, the demand's just not there yet. Like, there's only 88 listings of this, right?
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Once you get enough people in this app, you're not going to have a lot of people aren't going to have 18 grand, but they might have 9 grand. They might have 5 grand, like we said, right?
Yeah, and again, but we got to make a video on this stacking. If you own multiple, you have some options.
We want to show some back testing, and that's the thing that takes the time to put together. But we're going to do it. It's going to come very soon. As you can see, we're subscribed to ecomi Wiki. So we're going to do our back testing, our research, and we will be putting a video up. Make sure you stay subscribed. But yeah, this was one of them. The other one, you want to pull it up. It's Amazing Spider-Man #1.
Oh, we love this one.
Also part of his comment.
Yeah.
And as you can see, same thing. Same amount of mints, 2,400 versus 600. $1,300 to $15,000. So
yeah.
Again, similar. It should be around 3-4 grand if you're going by mint size. Even if you stack a little premium on it to maybe 2.5 to 3. So there's some room on the ultra rares for sure. And this was a very similar thing that actually Randy Chavez, I think, pointed out about the secret rare Spider-Man versus ultra rare Spider-Man. He had a video where he said ultra rare Spider-Man is being slept on. Like the gap is way too big. And like he's got a lot of influence. I'm not sure if it was completely him. I think a lot of other videos picked up his comment and started spreading it as well. And then ultra rare Spider-Man went nuts. It went nuts. Pull him up. I don't know if you could pull him up. I know you're on the fly here, but pull up Spider-Man the collectible.
Yeah, I could pull him up.
Let's just check it out. I'm curious. I'm not sure now because the market's been fluctuating a lot. I'm not sure if he pulled back a lot more. But
let's see where he is over here.
That's the common. That's the ultra rare. 10 grand.
Let's see the historic pricing on this. Do you know when he made that video? What month?
It must have been this month sometime, but I think he was sitting. I think it's right like to the left of your mouse there. I think he mentioned it around 2 or 3 grand.
2 or 3. It was at 2 or 3 grand. You could see it getting pumped like crazy. Like,
but I think he mentioned it after that first little hill there.
Well, there like, it is right here. It's right here.
Maybe right after that. So if you see that first hill that you pointed at, keep going to the right. Yeah,
right here.
Right at the top of that hill. Yeah,
there it is.
Probably around there somewhere. He mentioned it. It was this year, but he mentioned that there was a huge discrepancy. And if you go to the secret rare, I bet you around that time it was like way higher. It was like something stupid.
Who knows if people started selling them?
So look, you see what I mean? The floor price was like 22, and the other one was at 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Why is it like this? It doesn't make any sense.
I think you're right.
The animation, it should be half the price."
You made a good point. We're seeing that same thing with these two.
It followed. So it could have been him, or it could have been the market being smarter. Who knows?
Yeah.
But interesting things happening. A little bit of a pullback like we see on most of the charts right now. But it's a good time still to be on the app. We're still early. And I don't know. That's it. So we just wanted to get on here. I know it's late. I know probably half of you won't see this until tomorrow. But not a big deal. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this type of content, leave some comments down below. We get to them. The good ones, we're going to pull them. And we're going to use them on the stream if we think it's a good talking point. So if you have some good talking points, leave them down there. And we'll give you some credit. We'll give you a shout out. And we're growing the channel. So guys, please subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to that 1,000. If we get to the 1,000, we might have to do a giveaway or something like that.
Yeah, I think so. It's not a bad idea.
We'll take in any advice that you guys want on how to do that, how to run it, what to do, because we're new here and we just want to fit in. All right. So hit the subscribe button and we will see you in the next one. I love you.
Bye.
Bye.